60%, 65%, 75%, TKL, those are too small for me. I want a bigger layout. Well, good news, because this is one of the biggest budget magnetic keyboards I've tried so far. Is it any good though? Let's go and check it out. Very nice, simple, secured packaging. All of the accessories that you will be needing will come with the keyboard. Now, first impressions, this is the biggest one we've tried so far, I'm pretty sure, with the numpad, all this stuff. This is 98 keys with a knob. I've been getting a lot of comments as well. Oh, keyboard too small, we want bigger layout. And yeah, this is a bigger layout. But I don't really have any complaints with the looks. I think it does look pretty clean. All of the colors they use here fit each other very well. It is made out of plastic, but still has some weight, and it is pretty good quality plastic. Doesn't feel cheap. Comes in around 964 grams on my scale. Now for the keycaps, these are MDA profile PBT keycaps, pretty high quality. Now for the switches, I can't seem to find the name, but here's the specs. It's on their website. Already gave you guys a sound test earlier. I think they sound pretty good, decent, pretty stable as well. There is pretty minimal wiggle wobble, and yeah, of course with the box stem design, it's more stable when pressed down. Closed bottom, no problems with the switches. And now they did mention that this is only compatible or hot swappable with other RK magnetic switches only. I don't know why, but it is actually compatible with TTC KOMs. When I tried here, it does work. So yeah, you can use other magnetic switches as long as they have that centralized magnet design like Jade Pros, all of TIs. Anyways, here's a little sound test with the switches and the keycaps on. Now, I think that sounds pretty okay, pretty decent. For the price, can't really complain much. I describe the sound as a little plasticky. It's not bad, and sound can totally be personal preference, so yeah, you decide. What do you think of the sound? Now, for the stabilizers, they didn't really sound rattly. You can see the efforts here they made in making the keyboard sound good, and I can see a good amount of lube in there. Pretty good amount of efforts in making this keyboard sound good. But okay, enough with the acoustics. How about the performance? Now, of course, magnetic keyboard, it does have rapid trigger, all that stuff. It does have a 0.01mm rapid trigger accuracy. It also has 8000 Hz polling rate and 64 kHz key scanning rate. So we're gonna be testing that out with my latency testing tool and keyboard inspector later. Also apparently has all of the features like SOCD, mods, apps, key that we're gonna be checking out more in its web-based software. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug this keyboard in and see or check out its RGB. Let me turn off my lights, and yeah, it does look pretty bright and vibrant. It does have an aluminum plate and it's reflective, so I think it makes the RGB seem brighter, which I really like. But okay, I have the website where you can buy this keyboard from. First link in the description, and then to access the software, go to software, RK launcher for the web one. Web-based, we can change the language here and then connect the keyboard, of course, C98. And here we are. I'm pretty sure I tested other magnetic keyboards with a similar software, but yeah, we can change the configurations here, change the light settings immediately. We do have a good amount of effects, even customize if we don't like any. The dynamic effects doesn't really have any names. It's already on the max brightness. I showed you earlier how bright that is. Pretty customizable lights here. Now moving on to the performance settings. I already kind of set my own settings here. I'm not gonna go into so much details in this video because I already made a separate video about that, but as you can see, you can go down to a slow 0.01mm. It's very easy to customize. H key here, rapid trigger as well, 0.01mm. Advanced settings, we can add some dead zones. I think they have some sort of anti-separation mode, that's why I'm not experiencing any accidental activation. So I have pretty good experiences with 0mm, but if you experience accidental activations or deactivations, make sure you add some here. We can also change the polling rate great for those interested. Keyboard adjusting for the recalibration, I do recommend you do this. For all of the keys, I already did mine here. Moving on to the next tab, custom key. We can customize or remap the keys, change mode, Windows, Mac, all the different layers here. And I'm very happy more and more keyboards, even budget ones, are having this feature where you can quickly switch configurations. But you're very customizable. I love the features. Moving on to advanced keys, I already have SOCD on my A and D, but as you can see, we do have a lot of effects, pretty much all of that you will be needing. Again, I already made a video explaining what these does, or you can also read this if you want. But yeah, moving on to the macro management, you can set some macros here, very nice. And then update. I really appreciate softwares that offer online updates where you don't have to install anything. So yeah, I'm already on the latest here. You can also do a factory reset, read these stuff. I have no complaints with the software here and all of its features, pretty much all of that you will be needing. Very nice, very easy to access as well. Now for those interested on the keyboard inspector results, here you go. We did set this to 8000 Hz polling rate, so let's see how accurate. Not on 8K, this is 1K. What? Let's try resetting this here. Okay, let's set it back to 8K. Okay, these are very weird patterns. This is not an 8K Hz polling rate pattern. Not sure what's happening. I'm not sure who's bugging. Is it keyboard inspector? Is it the keyboard here? But this should be the 8K Hz polling rate pattern here. Yeah. Well, those are the keyboard inspector results. But okay, now let's go and test this out with my latency testing tool, OSL TTCS. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on how this works, but I already made a separate video about it. But what it pretty much does is it measures the time between when the keycap comes into contact and when the computer actually receives the signal. And here's the results, 1.69 milliseconds. Okay, that is actually pretty decent results. I'd say it's pretty much on par with other magnetic keyboards with similar specs. And as I always say in my videos, even when you compare this magnetic keyboard to the top magnetic keyboard on my list, even the TMR keyboards here, which are very fast, I doubt you'll notice any difference unless there's a 5 millisecond difference. But yeah, most of these keyboards have like not even a 1 millisecond difference. So yeah, very impressive results. And yeah, I always give a little disclaimer that these results can still vary. There can be factors that alter the results, but these results should still be very accurate. Now without further ado, let's go ahead and test this keyboard out more in game.
Shoulder.
Spike planted.
It's open.
One enemy remaining.
Where's this guy?
I like talk while you know doing the game.
One enemy remaining.
That's nice.
Hey, dalawa. Ay, box. Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Swing up here.
Drop down.
One side, one inside.
Spike down.
Other
B.
side, other side.
One enemy remaining.
Bot there, bot.
So after playing and testing with the Royal Kludge C98, here's my experience so far. Now you saw the latency test and my gameplay definitely won't hold you back when gaming. It was very responsive, all of the features worked. As soon as I let go, they activate. As soon as I press them, they do activate. All of the keys also work, no issues. The numpad, everything here, the knob. I personally don't use the numpad here, but for the review, I tried it. I made sure it worked and it did. But yeah, because of all of the keys in the layout here, it will also definitely be good, not just for gaming, but also for daily use. All of the keys that I use are here. It also has a pretty decent typing experience, especially for the price. Overall, amazing experience with the keyboard. It does what you expect. Hall effect, very responsive, has all of the keys, all works, all for a budget-friendly price. And since we're talking about price, is it worth it? Would I recommend it? Well, right now, there's a fall sale going on, so you can get it for as low as around $72 with the discount code FALL20. But if you can't use FALL20 anymore, you can still use discount code MIGSS and it would bring it down to around $81. But if you'll ask me, those prices are pretty budget friendly, under $100. And for what you're getting here, I mean, the performance again is pretty decent. If you're looking for a magnetic keyboard that has a lot of keys, then you'll definitely have it here. Even has a knob. Again, pretty feature packed as well. So if you're looking for all of those, I think around $72 or $81, let's say the sale ends, I think those prices are worth it. But if you're satisfied with a 60%, 65%, 75%, even TKL, there's a good amount of competition that I do recommend recommend you do your research on before buying this keyboard. But if you really want this layout, these keys, this knob here, you think this is perfect for you, then yeah, I would definitely think this is an amazing option. I would recommend it. I think it is worth it. If you're interested, I'll be putting this keyboard first link in the description. Again, discount code FOLD20 will give you that discount to get it down to $72. If you don't use it, it's gonna be $89. But yeah, when that discount code goes away, you can still use my discount code MIGSS. That would really support me and the channel a lot. Also, the links in the description are gonna be my affiliate links, so I would really appreciate it as well if you can use those when buying anything from Royal Kludge or anywhere in the description. Oh yeah, the discount code works for the whole Royal Kludge store, by the way, MIGSS. Also, a little disclaimer, this keyboard right here is sent to me, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about this keyboard are all my honest opinions and review. But yeah, I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I'll go and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.